When the Galaxy started, Dan was a marquee player, I think they were called, and I was drafted early. We were in touch with each other.
I was out in Los Angeles the day of the draft, and the Galaxy end up drafting Robin, and I remember him calling me right after he gets drafted and just kind of going through the team and wondering if we were going to be any good or not.
The draft picks were coming up, and I go, who's this guy? Who's that guy? I go, oh, I don't know how we're going to be. And Dan's comment was,
they picked me and they picked you. Of course we're going to be good, right? How can we not be good?
I said, okay. This sums up Dan's attitude and personality.
Fraser.
When Greg came in, didn't notice him, didn't know who he was, didn't really think anything of it. But probably within a training session or two, you go, he's pretty good.
I just kind of sat back and observed more than anything. My goal was to try to impress them, to try to show them that I was capable of playing so that somehow I could get in on this relationship, I think, between he and Dan and some of the veteran guys that were there.
He might have the strongest left foot in the league. And
Greg was about 7-8 years younger than us, and you could tell that he was going to be this hugely successful player.
He came in and just put his head down and worked hard and quickly displayed his abilities, and I think because of that, all the older players embraced him immediately.
Vanney scores the shootout goal to give LA a 1-0 lead.
Coming out of '97, the season just never really got off, and I think the way that some of us had envisioned it, especially after the '96 run to the final.
I think we were celebrating too much of our '96 success, and '97 kind of kicked us in the face a little bit, and we were pretty upset about it.
So in '98, I think there was just maybe a different kind of a motivation. We knew we had good players.
We were a pretty confident group of guys.
Maybe a little bit ego-driven.
The expectation was that we were going to be good.
That was the mentality, that we were going to win every game. We started out, and we certainly tried to win every game.
And right off the crossbar, the bicycle kick, volley goal! Off the bar, and Steve Jolly acrobatically gets leaving it for Kobe Jones, near post goal.
The confidence in the group just continued to build and build and build.
Oh, what a tackle by Vanney.
We did get off to that great start. And, going into that 8th game, I end up breaking my leg, kind of a bad tackle.
Balboa pushes it to his left, and he got Dan Calichman badly.
It's taken me a long time to get over that. I think I'm over it now.
Balboa not happy with the result of this, and I think Calichman kind of letting him know he's not happy with what happened either.
It was awful. It was an awful tackle, and awful to see Dan go through that.
A lot of emotions running right now. And right there, he was pointing.
Very few personalities are as big as Dan's personality and Dan's voice.
Listen, at that age, I just wasn't the same player after.
You lose that relatively early in the year.
It really speaks to what that team was like, to lose a key player like Dan and still continue to go on and be dominant. It was a very, very good group of players. So you go into Dallas and it's hot and you're thinking about, this is always going to be a tough game. Thank goodness it was a night game.
Yeah, I think that's actually a funny game. I was out. I think I was probably watching that game. But if teams opened up too much, they got punished. They must have opened themselves up instead of sitting back, which was a huge mistake.
Cienfuegos to Welton. Oh, he full mark dive. Mathis shot, goal! Hendrickson, goal!
I remember a lot of things going well for us on the attacking side of things, especially in the latter part of the game.
The shot by Vanney, not a chance. It sounded like it was deflected from up here. Either that or it might have just been the gunpowder going off in that gun.
Harut Karapetian came in and scored 3 goals in, I don't know what it was, 5 minutes?
2 minutes or 3 minutes.
He had 3 in God knows how quickly.
Obviously, that's a quick way to get to 8.
Oh my, near post goal. He did it again. Oh, on the full fly, it's Karapetian with dot out. Karapetian for the hat trick goal. 8-1, the Lakers.
I know it's the game that stands out the most, but it really is kind of indicative as to what that season was like.
We put up a lot of goals that year. I think it was 85 maybe in total.
The level of confidence in the group, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I hope we win today. It was like, who's going to score the first goal?
When you win that much and you win that often, you win by those margins, you develop a great sense of confidence. But I would say not since the '98 team have I been around a group that enters games with the confidence that our team now seems to be entering games.
That was our intent for this match, right from the beginning, okay? Sacrifice more, execute better. Let's go. Let's go.
It's the relationship of this locker room that it's similar. You have a group of guys who care about each other, who play hard and leave it all out there for each other.
It's very similar. When you see teams winning consistently like TFC has done, like the old Galaxy days, it's because of this kind of culture that has built a culture of winning, of success, of brotherhood.
And to have the opportunity to do it again, me, Dan, Greg, and do it from a completely different perspective is fun.
When you dream about having a job that you love, you want to do it with people that you love. That's what we have here, and it's not just the three of us. We just have great people around this organization.
You know, we want to mimic success, right? We want to mimic kind of that feeling of what we know can lead to wins.
The fact that we're doing it and obviously having a good run right now, it just makes it feel even better.
It's great, and you know, let's keep it rolling. That's the biggest thing we keep talking about. Let's make sure we keep this thing going.